Alright, it's time to get to work on the big white slug behind me. Got all of my floor pieces right here. However, earlier when I took a screenshot of how the floor is supposed to look, it appeared like I was missing two little small braces. So I quickly went on the Dan Chuck website just to have a look, and those two little small braces that I don't have and I don't remember ever being is for, I believe, a hardtop and convertible. So therefore I'm pretty good. Just finished raising the back up a little bit. See my skateboard down there? Just gonna raise the front, and this is something I picked up a few years ago. This is for people who have small garages like me. This is Lift Stand Incorporated. This is basically a poor man's lift. Alright, so once you got them underneath your vehicle's tires, these are your locks right here. So you put your jack underneath, you start jacking it up. Once it reaches the first hole, the locks will kick in. There we go, locked into place. So if you're picking up what I'm laying down right now, obviously I don't have the rear axle in. It's not too smart steadying on blocks. However, you get the point. If you had four on there jacked up, you'd have some serious lift to do whatever you want. Same thing, you want to lower it. Pull the locks out both sides. Obviously steady, control the descent with your jack. Back to normal. Once I get the rear axle in, I'm gonna get another set because those are friggin' handy. So this is where the fun begins. I got one of the braces on the floor and I needed to get it up and across. And that's gonna be some difficulty because these should have actually been put in before the floor was put in. I can't remember now if I got the floor first and the floor joist afterwards. It doesn't matter. Live and learn. Let's see if I can get that in there. Get my porta power out. See if I can jack her up. If you don't have one of these in your garage, I highly suggest you buy one. This is a Blue Point model, but just been rebranded. Get them in Princess Auto, Harbor Freight. Let's see if we can get that floor pan up enough. Get that bracing. I'm starting to get one side of the brace, and I'm thinking now is to get the big jack because I got the porta power lifting up as high as I can go. If I can lift the middle part of the floor pan, I might get the extra space I need. We'll find out. Well, I got to my first dilemma and pissed around with it for about an hour trying different things, and I come to the realization is this is what I have to do. So I've been fighting trying to get that rear brace back in. Got a jack right there. I got a jack right there holding up the floor so I could try to squeeze this through. Because of the almost U angle it has, it's really hard to get it done. So I think I'm gonna cut it in the middle and fish it in that way and then stitch it up afterwards. If that thing was straight, it'd probably go in easier, but we know these aftermarket parts never fit perfectly, so we're just gonna tweak it a little bit. Got one half in. Doing that made things a hell of a lot easier, that's for sure. So this is what I'm talking about. It seems to fit pretty decent. There's some spots that seems to have gaps. We're gonna fill that seam back up. You can see right in the corner here There's a big gap right there. You can almost stick your finger in. Managed to get that brace off and save it. I'm not sure what's going on with this. There must be a spool full of dog shit weld in there. This is my public safety tip, especially if you weld and you use brake cleaner. Make sure the brake cleaner is the non-chlorinated type. Otherwise, you may end up in trouble, or most likely dead. So we'll get that brace put in tomorrow. Most likely tacked into place. Gonna have to set the welder up, do some welding on some sheet metal so I get the settings set up. Cut that brace, but I gotta get going. Gonna meet up with JD from JD's podcast at Minhas Brewery again. Gonna fill up my growlers for over the Christmas season, and we'll get back out here tomorrow morning. Obviously, it's the next day. The Minhas Brewery didn't go as planned. Got there about 7 o'clock and they weren't serving food anymore because they only stay open late when they have a tour, which kind of sucks. Ended up getting my growlers filled for over Christmas, and went to some other pub in Calgary off 32nd Beckham's or something. It's pretty quiet, food was decent. Anyways, let's quit fucking around. Let's get back to fitting these braces up. So the ones we're fitting up now are these Danchuk ones. These are the brace front cowl passenger. I already got the driver's side one down right there, and I'm gonna need to lift the front of the body up, so I'm going to use my power pack and lift on the hump where the transmission is, and I should be able to get enough height to get that brace in. At the same time, change out those bushings at the front right there. Be a good opportunity. Well, I lowered it down and there's still a gap. I wonder if there's still perhaps another bushing that goes in there. I like this access hole so you could reach up to the top. But I think the only bushings I got are like this one. Coming back to my bushings, these are for the front. These will be for the other brace, which means I do have an extra set. I still don't know what these are, and I have an idea what these are for. Actually, no, I don't. I thought I knew, but I don't have a clue. Let's put these in. Alright, well, we got the pucks in there. I think they're still gonna need some tweaking, but it looks like they're gonna fit. Alright, we're gonna try this again, and there's like a rib that went around this bushing, but it wouldn't seem to sit flat in the hole. Oh, it sits flush with the frame right there. Same with over there, I modified that one. Let's try lowering this down again. This is so time consuming. So that actually fits up pretty decent now. When the time comes, I'll use some self-tapping screws to fasten it together better. We have to fit everything else up first. Now why isn't that one sitting flat? Well, on this side I got a gap. The front one seems to be tight, but I haven't got this brace in. I may have to put a spacer in there once everything's fitted up. So this is the seat brace, or of course this was set up with a bench seat, so it would attach to this. And it fits underneath. So let's get that set up so we can weld it next time. I'm gonna need to tweak that brace a little bit. Nothing too major. I think it'll fit up nice. Once that's in place, tacked in, we can get that center one in. And then we can start fitting up the rocker on one side. Oh, light turned off. And I think we're gonna start fitting up the rocker on the driver's side and then on the passenger side. Well, it may not seem we accomplished a lot, but it's time consuming fitting all that up, and it's motherfucking beer time, and time to end this video. Now that's a serious die-grinding burr right there. But today's beer of choice is by Steamworks, and this is a pale ale. This is coming in at 5.2%. Alright, motherfucking beer time. Let's try this bad boy out. Oh, that's good. These come in a variety pack. Fedora picked me up one, because usually when we have a fire he comes over and brings these, and I've been hooked at them. Apparently you can get them at the Co-op liquor store. It's nothing around where I live. I think the Co-op liquor store closed, so it's darn good to try these out. Oh, I mean, it's 25 bucks, I think, for 6 beers. It's pretty expensive, but they're good. Anyways, project's moving along, finally. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I didn't capture much footage because I spent more time trying to fit up pieces, making them fit, how I'm going to fit them up, how it's going to go, thinking ahead, deciding not to think ahead, deal with what I got, and yeah, so in the next video, I'm hoping to get that floor brace welded in, get this middle bracket in, start fitting up the rockers on the driver's side, and then we can do the passenger side, and that'll make the floor secure, and then we can start moving on to like the wheel wells, get the wheel wells done. I need to get the rear quarter panel, probably going to replace the kick panels in the front as well. Maybe I should just bought like a whole new shell. This car is in bad shape, but we'll make it happen. This is a Canadian built car. I don't even know how many Canadian built cars even still around. Over 60 years old and still somewhat intact. Anyways, motherfucking beer time. Oh yeah. If you guys have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I want to thank you guys for watching.